Hi John, thanks for coming in. It's just a follow-up to the kind of at-risk meeting we had a few days ago, where I'd obviously explained the kind of business reasons behind the proposed redundancy affecting your job role.
Okay.
Today is a kind of one-to-one consultation meeting to discuss that in further detail. As explained in the letter, you do have the right to be accompanied, but I can see you've chosen not to be accompanied, so I check you're happy to proceed.
Yeah, I can get anybody to come with me, so no,
Okay.
I'm happy to go ahead.
Come
on, yeah.
Emma's going to take notes off the meeting. What will happen is you'll be given a copy of that afterwards and given an opportunity to check that it's an accurate reflection of what's been discussed, and a copy of that will be given to yourself to keep, and we'll also keep a copy for your file. Okay. So I guess the first thing is really just to say, we had the initial briefing last week. It's just to check that you were actually briefed on the business reasons behind the redundancy and your understanding the reason behind that.
Yeah, I understand.
Yep.
Yep.
Have you got any questions from the briefing that haven't been answered as yet?
No, the only thing I did have was, why is it just me? Why is it just my role?
Yeah, so as explained, we're going through this consultation with other individuals in different job roles within the organisation. We'd identified as a business that there were certain roles that we could absorb elsewhere in the organisation, just weren't needed, and unfortunately you were one of the roles. So it isn't just you, and it's not a decision that we've taken lightly as a business.
Okay.
Okay. You also did ask about your redundancy payment when we met last week, so I'd given you information on that yesterday.
Yeah.
So it was just to check that you kind of received that, and that was outlining your kind of statutory redundancy payment that would be due to you, and also the kind of notice payment as well should you leave the business. So.
Does that my pay on the notice?
Yes, aye, yeah,
right, okay.
yeah. So if we make a decision to release you before the end of the notice period, then that would be paid in lieu. So that would be subject to normal tax and NI deductions, but the redundancy payment that I'd given you separate, it's non-taxable, so you would get that as a kind of lump sum payment.
They get all at the same time?
Yep, get all at the same time, yeah.
Redundancy as well?
Yeah, we would look to do that at the same time, if that's the kind of final decision, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I mean, obviously what we want to try and do is establish if there are any alternatives, so is there anything else you can think of that could mitigate, or anything that we could do to try and potentially retain you in the business, and anything else that we've perhaps not considered?
Is there any other vacancies I can go to?
We don't have any other immediate vacancies in the business, so one of the things we'd kind of done a few months back was kind of put a recruitment freeze on the organisation, just based on the fact that we were losing significant amounts of money. On that basis, we don't have any kind of immediate vacancies elsewhere in the business.
Okay. What about my job role? I mean, can I not go part-time? Could I not reduce hours or something?
Okay, that might be something we could explore. Have you got a kind of idea in mind in terms of roughly how many hours a week you could afford to drop?
Well, I'm doing 37 just now, so could I go to 30?
Okay, 30 hours probably wouldn't be enough for us to kind of stop the losses that we're making. But I'm happy to explore whether that's something we can do. If you've got scope to perhaps reduce your hours further, we can certainly look at that as an option. So would you be proposing to perhaps drop 1 day a week then? Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll certainly have a look at that, but understanding based on the kind of financials that we've looked at, even just dropping 1 day a week would kind of mitigate the losses that we've got. However, some of your colleagues, as we've said, are also going through consultation, so let's kind of see what comes out of that as well, and that's something that we might be able to explore. Okay.
I mean, I've been here a long time.
Yep.
I hope that the people that have been here before me, that came after me, I hope they're getting released before me. I mean.
Yeah, well, I can't obviously discuss other people. We're engaging in this process with other colleagues. Not a huge amount of colleagues, as you know, but we are kind of going through that kind of process. And yeah, that's taking place at the minute as well.
So what happens next?
Have you got any other questions on the process? Any other kind of suggestions? Anything else you think we could be doing as a business to reduce the losses that we have?
I don't know. I mean, are we looking at marketing, or are we looking at, I don't know, what's our marketing strategy? Are we looking at trying to, push ourselves out there a bit more? Yeah,
one of the things that we did, it was a cost, but we were outsourcing the marketing, so that's something we brought in-house a number of months ago. to try and reduce that cost. We're putting more focus on the marketing to try and generate more sales, but just the kind of market conditions at the moment, we're just not bringing the kind of sales in, unfortunately. So yeah, that's the kind of nature of where we are. We've tried to reduce other costs, negotiate better deals with suppliers. We've done all of that, and unfortunately we're still losing money as a business. You know, we kind of gave up one of our offices last month as well, as you know, so we've kind of done as much as we can as a business to try and reduce costs, and unfortunately it's not helped matters any.
What about all these people in the offices? Why are they still there? I mean, I'm out here trying to get sales. Why are you keeping these people in the offices?
I can't comment on individuals, but all I will say is we are going through the consultation process with our colleagues in the business, so this isn't just you in isolation. There's other another exercise going on at the minute, looking at all of that as a business. So yeah, it's not just you that's affected by this. Okay. In terms of what happens next, I'll obviously take away the fact that you said you could perhaps reduce by 1 day a week. We'll kind of review that, and then we'll kind of look to reconvene at some point later this week. We'll have another meeting where again you'll have the right to be accompanied, and we'll just engage in a similar conversation as we've done today. Obviously, given that you're at risk of redundancy, if you wanted some support in terms of finding, looking for other jobs and things like that, if you've got other jobs that might be coming up and need some time off for interviews, we're happy to kind of grant that time off as well. So just come and speak to them about that if that's something you're looking to do. But ultimately we want to try and find a solution, so we'll have a look at the kind of 4-day week, see if that's an option for us, and come back to you in the next few days. Likewise, if you've got any other ideas before the next meeting, come back and let me know.
How much time off I'll get for an interview?
We'll try and be reasonable with that, so if you've got an interview lined up, we'll grant that kind of time off, so just try and give me as much notice as you possibly can, so it's not impacting on our customers, but we can be completely flexible with you in that regards. As long as I've got information to say that you're going for an interview, then we can grant that time off, and that could be more than one interview a week. So if you've got 2 or 3 lined up, we're happy to accommodate that. But yeah, it's just about trying to find the balance. We've obviously still got customers we need to look after at the moment, but yeah, we'll try and be flexible with you around that.
What about help with my CV?
Yep, what we can do, we've engaged with the local job centre, and what we're going to do there is a company called Pace are going to come in and actually help with the CV and some interview skills, so that's something that we can certainly help you with as well. So yeah, we'll offer as much support as we can, so I'll take a note of that and make sure that's kind of passed on.
Will I get paid for going to that?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, so that'll be done during a working time, John, so we'll probably arrange for them to come here and use the meeting room. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll get Emma just to kind of make sure that the notes are typed up. We'll pass a copy of that to you later today to make sure it's an accurate reflection. I'll speak to the board regarding the potential 4-day week. We'll explore the financials around that. I'll come back to you later in the week. And if you've got any other questions in the meantime, you know where I am, and we'll just kind of keep the conversation and communication going. Okay, so thanks for your time today, John. I appreciate that.
Okay, thanks.